do not understand how to score, please ask us at this time. Stop upstairs here to the scoring tower. As always, the decision of the Orange County Fair Speedway scorers is final. Number 7 car, Johnny Angelo Jr. in car number 8. Johnny O'Rourke in car number 9. Dave Hunt in car 11. Tom Calabro, car number 12. Brad Curry is in the 14 car. Mike Bender in 16. Russ Caruso in car number 17. Phil Maniscalco in car number 18. Larry Caruso in the 20 car. Joe the Buzzard Brink in car number 21. Stevie Fisher riding aboard the 22 machine. Tommy Gallagher in car number 23. Vinnie McLemore, car number 24. Jason Dorsch, if he does not have a score, he will not be scored. Car number 25. Phil Dimitris, car number 26. Darrell DeBenek. Bill Davis in 32, Peter Tomasi in car 33, Mike Ferguson in the 34 car, Chris Green in 36. The 41, George Sutherland, car number 42. Henry Clark in car 43. Leroy Stewart in car 46. Gary O'Donkel in car number 47. Bruce Leone in car 48. Rich Pilatek in car number 49. Lonnie Baylor in car number 57. Pete Vaglio in the 60. Scott Weeding in the 61. Terry Arnold in the 62. Matt Sullivan in 63. Tom Steichner in 65. Carl Windish in the 66. Bob Wallenbooth in car number 66. Roy Heater in the 76 car. Johnny Hanley in 78. Jim Smith in the 79. Troy Geis in the 80. Jeff Ledoux in car number 81. Ronaldo Pistolesi, the RC5 car. Kristen Leonard in 83. Ken McGann in 84. David Hunt in 85. Bobby Waters in the 87. Daniel Speedling in 88. Mike Brett. Johnny Hefner in 98, Warren Brown in car number 100, Jimmy McGann in 103, Bill Curry 104, Walt Becker in 105, Stanley Green 106, Earl Paulus in 107, Russell Sandy in 108, green flag is out as Paul. Off to the inside rail, he's in trouble right off the get-go. Down the back straightaway. The 8 car has picked up the lead right off the bat. That is Johnny Anzalone Jr. Anzalone Jr. Clark. Tom Stiller running the number 2 spot aboard the number 2 car. Johnny Anzalone, he's in that orange car, the number 8 car. Down the back straightaway at the midway point. He is your early race leader. 1 lap has been scored at the point right now. 1 down, just a mere 149 laps around the Speedway for a $3,000 paycheck out here this evening. Leader across the point. It is Johnny Anzalone. Second spot will be the 2 car of Tommy Stiller. Stiller back there in car number 2. Leader down across the stripe. Johnny Anzalone Jr. riding aboard car number 8. Second spot is the number 2 car going by Tommy Stiller. Third spot, now the number 21 car. It's Joe the Buzzard Brink in the yellow number 21 car. Currently riding back there in the number 3 spot. The Buzzard looks down to the inside. Down the back straightaway, he's got 2 big bright fluorescent orange cones on top of the roof. You can't miss them. Currently rides back there in spot number 3. They bunch up as the leader goes to the high side of the Speedway. Down in turn number 1, 5 wide. Down through turn number 1. The leader, Johnny Angelone, on the extreme outside. Racing Room is running out. Angelone squeezes by right now on turn number 2. Angelone breathing a sigh of relief. He holds on to the number 1 spot as he heads for turn number 3 in that orange and white number 8 car. 105 gets the help down there in the pit area. That's Walt Becker in the 105 car getting a slingshot down into the pit area. Leader goes by. Very deep in the heart of lap traffic. Still 4 wide down through turns number 1 and 2. It is in the hands of Johnny Angelone Jr. down the back straightaway. Angelone holding on the number 1 spot. Second place is the number 2 car of Tom Stiller. Stiller holds on to the number 2 slot. Leader across the punch. Holds on to the number 1 spot, Johnny Angelone. 18 has now taken over spot number 2, the 18 car of Phil Maniscalco. Phil Maniscalco, that is, aboard the number 18 car, currently rides the number 2 spot. Third is the number 2, and a couple of 360s. They add them all up, making sure down the back straightaway. Leader across the mark, Johnny Angelone, the orange and white number 8 car. Second spot is the number 18 car. That would be Phil Maniscalco. Third, we do believe, may now be the number 32 car of Bill Davis. Davis is making some tracks up through the pack. Down the back straightaway. Davis in car number 32. We do believe he has taken over third spot in the field right now. Fourth is then the number 14 of Brad Curry. Curry rides back to the number 4 slot. Leader down across the start finish line. It's still in the hands of Johnny Angelone Jr. Second spot going up for grabs down the back straightaway. Caution lights will come on. We got a car heading in the wrong direction. Caution lights coming on the field. 8 laps. Laps do count. Scorers continue to score your cars. Do continue to score your cars. Caution laps do count. Laps do count. Bill Davis. Fourth, we do believe, is Brad Curry. Fifth is the number 21 of Joe the Buzzard Brink. Up there, the number 5 spot. Back on the Speedway. We'll go racing. This time, Johnny Angelone breaking lap number 11. He holds on to the number 1 spot. Second place. Now the battle is on. Bill Davis down to the inside, riding aboard car number 32 with the red, white, and blue car. One big cone on top of the roof. He gets boxed in coming out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. It is Bill Maniscalco. Stabbing the number 2 position. Green lights are on back around the Speedway. Johnny Angelone holding on to the number 1 spot. Still running back there. The number 2 spot is the number 18 of Phil Maniscalco. Leader down there in turn number 2. It is the orange and white number 8 car. Johnny Angelone down the back straightaway. Here comes Bill Davis. He'll make a move to the outside. Down the back straightaway. Davis will now take over the number 2 spot. Problems down the home straightaway. We got him heading every which direction. It's going to cause problems. Well, they straightened them all back out. Couple drivers heading the wrong way in a one-way street. The number 60 car. He'll put it in reverse. That is Pete Baglio, and the red, white, and blue number 60 backs it into the Jersey barrier. 18 has now taken over the number 1 spot. Phil Maniscalco. 18 is now your new leader. Phil Maniscalco riding aboard the blue number 18 car has now grabbed the number 1 spot. Coming across the mark right now. He takes that field down in turn number 1 and 2. Johnny Angelone is second. Here comes Bill Davis down to the inside. Davis fights for the number 2 spot. Side by side battle for the number 2 place in the field right now. They'll try and race him down the back straightaway. Davis, the red, white, and blue conehead car down the back straightaway. Davis on the inside. He has the number 1 spot. Leader right there, the number 18 car. Here comes Bill Davis. Davis through the pack. Sideways in turn number 1, and Davis, the number 2 man in the field, is now in trouble. He's parked the wrong way in a one-way street. The field rumbles by. He keeps his eyes closed. He doesn't want to see this happen. It's an obstacle course down in turn number 2 right now. Davis fires it back up. Everybody takes him back home out of turn number 2. Leader across the point is number 18, Bill Maniscalco. Second spot is now Johnny Angelone. Back straight away. Out of turn number 4 this time. Bill Maniscalco holds on to the number 1 spot. Second is still Johnny Angelone. Third, unofficially, would be Jason Dorsch. We're not sure if there's a score for that car or not. If there is, he is in your 3rd position. Field is the number 12 car of Dom Calabro. Then back in spot number 5, Joe the Buzzard Brink. Back in spot number 6 right now, Brad Curry up to the number 7 position. The number 107 car is Earl Paulus Jr. currently riding back in the number 7 position. Paulus hunts him down. Bill grab the number 6 spot. Down in turns number 1 and 2. Paulus red rides out of turn number 2 this time. The 107 car. It's the lower estimating. Down the back straightaway, the lower estimating car 3 wide down the back stretch. Leader goes by the start finish line. Bill Maniscalco. Angelone still second. Phil Calabro back in spot number 3. Laps have now been scored. 20 coming up this time. A mere 130 more times around the Speedway. Monster Pace begins to make his way through the pack right now. Leader goes by the start finish mark. It is Bill, the number 18 of Bill Maniscalco. Johnny Angelone rides in spot number 2. Third now Dom Calabro riding aboard car number 12. Third is now Dom Calabro. Fourth is the number 25 of Jason Dorsch. Fifth is the 21 car, Joe the Buzzard Brink. Then back in spot number 6 is the 107 car of Earl Paulus Jr. Leader across the plunge, all by himself. Leader holds on to the number 1 spot. Angelone by the mark for second. The 12 car currently rides back to the number 3 spot. Problems down in turn number 1. Several cars will be left with no place to go. They'll have to crash down in turn number 1, down to the inside. They'll try and turn that car around. while the field funnels down the bottom. The field was bearing down in a short shoot area. They'll come back out of turn number 2. Still Johnny Angelone, leader down there in turn number 2. It is Phil Maniscalco. In car number 18, Earl Paulus, all the way up fighting for the number 4 spot. Paulus on the outside. Joe the Buzzard Brink on the inside. Wheel to wheel, they'll drag race down the back straightaway, 3 wide for the number 4 spot. Paulus on the high side. He takes the win. Hearns Mexico car up to the number 4 position. Leader across the start finish line. Down to turn number 1, a blue number 18 car. Phil Maniscalco holds on to the lead. Second spot is Phil, the number 8 car. That is Johnny Angelone Jr. Third spot would then be the number 12, Tom Calabro. Traffic on the inside, down in turn number 1. Phil Maniscalco. That car has not even been initiated out here this evening yet. All the body parts are still straight on that big old Chevy body, Carlo. 36 cars dropped off the pace. He is in trouble. Tight squeezes go by. He moves to the outside part of the Speedway. And that is Chris Green, aboard car number 36. Sitting backwards out of turn number 4. We can't get a number reading on it. He's not in a very good position right now. They'll try and spin that car around as he drifts down to the home finish line. Got a car rolling in turn 3. We got a driver out of the back straightaway. We got 1 car around backwards on the home straightaway. Talk about excitement. Only here in Orange County. Wow. You can only do that in a Cadillac. And we just ordered pizza. That's right. 26 laps down. The number 98 car. They said it could not be done. He did it. That is Johnny Hefner, the big old cattle schlack. He flipped that car back around, back in the right direction. Leader is still the number 18 car of Phil Maniscalco. Jamie McDannon is in good form right now. Joe the Buzzard Brink takes the car down behind pit wall. The Snap-on Tools entry is now out of this event. Down there in turn number 2, that is Johnny DeBarles. Scraping against the concrete down in turn number 2. 28 laps have been on the board, 29 this time by. Leader. Still in a very speed. Leader is good. Trouble. Johnny Angelo grabs back the lead. And Phil Maniscalco wanted to get down to the pit area. Maniscalco from first to last, a flat left front tire. Johnny Angelone is the leader. Down the back straightaway, heading for turn number 3. Angelone picks back up the number 1 spot. Johnny Angelone now in the number 1 position. He'll bring that pack out of turn number 4 this time. Down the straightaway. Here's your leader, the orange and white number 8 of Johnny Angelone. Second spot, it's still Tom Calabro, riding aboard car number 12. Third place, the 103 car. That is Jamie McDannon. Fourth, Earl Paulus. And back in spot number 5 would now be the number 32 car, Bill Davis. Leader across the stripe. Still Johnny Angelone. Now, Tom Calabro draws in tightly down there through turns number 1 and 2. It's a three-way battle on a turn number 2 this time. Calabro to the outside. Angelo down the back straightaway. Calabro wins it down to the inside. He'll take that same route down the back straightaway. Nose and tail, they fight for the number 1 position. Here comes Calabro. He's a former circle track racer from tracks unknown. Angelo across the mark. Calabro keeping an eye on him down there in turn number 1. He steps up to the outside part of the speedway. Like a magnet down in turns number 1 and 2 right now. They're drawn in tightly down the back straightaway. Angelo drops it down to the inside. Calabro will follow suit. Nose and tail, they fight for the number 1 position. Calabro gets nudged out. A lap car will fall between the first and second place campaigners. Angelo still shows the way down on the turn number 4. Drops the stripe right down. Here comes Calabro. Calabro right there in the number 2 spot. 103 car, that is Jamie McGinn, and flat tire on that bow right now. That's going to cost him a spot. Look out for the Chrysler entry. Got them all straight back out down the home straightaway. Leader across the stripe. Second place man right there, the number 2 spot. So yellow and black, number 12 car. Bill Davis, a flat right front racing sneaker on that belt. A tough race for Conehead. Bill Davis. That car is in trouble. A flat right front snow tire. Down the back straightaway. Nose and tail battle. Calabro looks to the outside part of the speedway. He'll make a move to the outside groove. Angelo comes up to defend his share of real estate. Down the back straightaway. Johnny Angelo holds on to the number 1 spot. Dom Calabro is in second place. Car drops off the pace down the home straightaway. They'll all try and get around him. That is the 25 car, Jason Dorsch. Dom Calabro. Third, it's Jamie McGinn. Fourth spot right now is the number 80 car, Troy Geist. He's no newcomer to the Enduro ranks. Fifth car is the number 76. That's Roy Heater. Leader down across the spot. Heater back there in spot number 5. Also a very well-known Enduro entry. Battle for the number 1 spot. Here comes Calabro. Calabro steps to the outside groove down in turn number 2. Angelo down to the inside. 3 wide down the back chute. They'll fight for the number 1 spot. Angelo drops the plow down the back straightaway. Third spot right now is Terry Page. That's Monster Page. Riding aboard car number 37. Unofficially back there, the number 3 slot. 3 cars have now gotten locked in a nose-to-tail battle. Top 3 cars down through turns number 1 and 2. Angelo shows the way. Calabro right there in the rocking chair. Back in spot number 3 is the number 37 car. That's the monster, Terry Page, in the black and white number 37 machine. Top 3 cars work their way through turns number 3 and 4 right now. It is Johnny Angelo showing the way on a turn number 4. Lots of loud traffic ahead, dropping the plow down the home straightaway. It'll have to be a 4-line maneuver. Angelo to the inside. Calabro follows suit. Monster Page looks to the inside part of the speedway. You can throw a blanket over the top 3 campaigners, but it might be trouble for the monster down the back straightaway. Page in trouble. He'll lose a spot down the back straightaway. Third spot battle is on. Right there is the 76 car, Roy Heater. He'll fight with the monster for the number 3 spot. It is now Roy Heater up there at the number 3 spot. The Monster back to spot number 4. Laps have now been scored. Race leader still the number 8 car. Johnny Angelone, second spot. Right there within shooting distance. The number 12 car, John Calabro. Third, Roy Heater. Fourth is the 37 car of Monster Page. Top 4 cars, all nose and tail, working their way out of turn number 2 this time and down the back straightaway. Angelone about a 3 3/4 car length lead over second place. Running John Calabro. Calabro, the bridesmaid, running after 42 laps of time, holding on to the number 2 spot in the field right now. Leader goes by this time. Here comes Roy Heater. Heater makes a move to the outside part of the Speedway. He'll lock horns for the number 2 place bet on the field right now. Heater makes a move to the outside part of the Speedway. He's not settling for spot number 2. Down the back straightaway, side by side for the number 1 spot. Roy Heater is now grabbed the number 1 position. Heater, the mustard color number 76 car. Here comes Johnny Angelone on the inside. Side by side, they'll fight for the number 1 spot. Angelone once again back out on top. Angelone the leader. Heater is second. Calabro third. And fourth will now be the number 37, the Monster, Terry Page. Angelone drops the plow on to number 2 this time. Down to the inside. They'll fight nose and tail for the number 1 spot. Angelone working his way through the back markers. Trying to find some daylight. Down in turns number 3 and 4. Roy Heater rides back to the number 2 spot. Riding aboard that number 76 car. Angelone down across the punch. Here comes the 103 car. He'll make a move to the outside. That is Jamie McGannon. Side by side, down the back straightaway. McGannon tries to find Moonlight first. He'll back down to the inside. They'll follow each other nose and tail. Back through turns number 3 and 4 this time. Johnny Angelone, Jamie McGannon, you can throw a blanket over him, but then they couldn't see. Down the home straightaway. They hold on to the number 1 spot. Angelone shows the way. Angelone back in command of third. Second spot is the number 103 car. That's Jamie McGannon. Third spot, Roy Heater. Fourth is the number 12 of John Calabro. Leader down across the front. McGannon, the blue and yellow number 103 Camaro, down on the inside. He's hunting down Johnny Angelone out of turn number 2 this time. McGannon reels him in, down the back straightaway. Angelone drops it down to the inside. McGannon follows suit, fills and tails down through turns number 3 and 4 this time. Angelone, the yellow, the orange number 8 car. Angelone out of turn number 4, down the home straightaway. McGannon puts the nose down to the inside. He backs out of it. Angelone on the inside. That might not be the quick move. Right there is McGannon down for the number 2 spot. Here comes Heater back out on top. Top 3 cars locked in battle. Down the back straightaway. McGannon grabs the number 1 spot. Jamie McGannon on the inside. McGannon, your new race leader, aboard the number 103 car. Now, here comes Angelone, side by side. McGannon sees the grandstand first. Jamie McGannon in the car. Number 103 is now your new race leader. Second spot, Johnny Angelone. Third, it's Roy Heater. Heater on the inside, down in turns number 1 and 2 this time. Holding on that number 3 spot. Fourth would now be the number 107. Calabro is fourth. Paulus back in spot number 5. 1 turn the way home to a checkered flag as McGannon goes by. McGannon is your leader. Angelone is second. Heater back there in spot number 3. And Paulus back in the number 4 spot. Problems down in turn number 3. It may contain a very valuable member of the Enduro family. Angelo does squeak by. McCannon, your leader, down in turn number 1. Leader is the 103 car of Jamie McGinnis out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Second spot is the number 8. The 103 car of Jamie McGinnis. McGinnis fought very hard with Johnny Angelone for the number 2 spot before. Angelone would be back in the number 3 spot, we do believe. We have to see if Roy Heater got by. Heater is your current number 2 man. Now, Roy Heater is the mustard color number 76 car going by the start-finish line right now. Third spot is the orange and white number 8 car, Johnny Angelone. Car going by the start-finish line, the white number 30. He would be in spot number 4. That is Eddie Batzinger. Down. Caution lights remain on. Lights go on, it'll show the way. Peter's second, Angelone is third. Batzinger, we do believe, running back there, the number 4 spot. Running for the number 30 car. Earl Paulus was in the pit area, lost 1 lap. He's trying to make it up. He's back there in the number 3 spot as they roll out of turn number 4 this time. Down across the punch. It is still in the hands of Jamie McGinnis. Roy Heater is second. Johnny Angelone is third. We got one against the wall down there between turns number 3 and 4. Back there, the number 4 spot is the number 6 car of Eddie Gunch. Gunch rides back in spot number 4. Gunch in that 14-karat gold Nova down there at turn number 1. About 18 and a half straight in. Winning the netting job this afternoon down the back straightaway. Gunch holds on to the number 4 spot. Roy Heater's in trouble. Heater down behind pit wall. Soft break to Roy Heater. He was running in spot number 2. The 8 car across the mark. He's currently riding the number 2 spot. McCannon shows the way out of turn number 2 this time. McCannon down the back straightaway, virtually uncontested. Johnny Angelone currently rides back in the number 2 slot. Third is Eddie Gunch, the gold Nova. Would now be the number 108 car of Russell Savoy. Fifth would that be the 75 car of Robert Benz. down on a turn number 4 this time. It's still in the hands of that blue and yellow Camaro. Jamie McGannon holding on to the number 1 spot. Second place. Still in the number 8 car. Johnny Angelone, third. Eddie Gunch down to the inside. Gunch caught in the back markers. Down for turns number 1 and 2 this time. One car losing a tire down there in turn number 2. It will get collected. And one car drove right over the top of it. That 73 car, off Steve Jocelyn. Got jostled by the tire. One more tire has come off of a car. We'll have a complete set soon down the back straightaway. Well, problems down the back straightaway. A pair of L7815s came off of 2 of these cars. We had some problems. It has scrambled the pack. The leader is down here in turn number 1, Jamie McGannon. Earl Paulus is trying to get his lap back. He should move by this time. He'd be able to pick back up the lap. Top 12 after 65 laps of competition. Lights will get turned off this time. Buck Morrow down to the inside. He'll pull it down to the short shoot area this time. The strobe lights go out. The green lights go back on. We're back to racing action. Jamie McGannon. The hot shoe on his tail tries to pick back up his lap. Here comes Earl Paulus out of Cookletown, Pennsylvania. Paulus on the inside. He'll fight to get back his lap, and he lost in the pit area out here just a little while ago. Green lights on the Speedway. McGannon tries to stay in control of things. Paulus on the inside. Fights to get the lap back. Cannot get by Jamie McGannon. Angelone still second. Third spot would now be the number 42 car. A lot of cars slow. Davis in trouble down in turn number 1. He gets the cone all straightened back out. Down to the inside. Flying through the pack out of turn number 2 this time. Leader across the mark. Angelone still second. Troy Geis running back there. George Sutherland, that is, running back there in the number 3 spot, riding aboard car number 42. On to the number 1 spot. Angelone still second. George Sutherland riding aboard car number 42 down in turn number 2. Hold on to the number 3 position. 28.75 just had the clocks on leader Jamie McGannon. That was in the heart of lap traffic. Not a bad time at all. The Enduro certainly picking up the power out here this Friday night. McGannon down the back straightaway onto the inside part of the Speedway. Paulus tries to get by. He's got a lot of homework to do out here. And just 70 more laps to go. 80 more laps. As we have put lap number 70 up on the board this time. Problem down in turn number 1 and 2. Greg Rich in trouble. Miles back out. McGannon goes by. McGannon, your leader. Angelone is second. Continue under green flag action here this evening at the Orange County Speedway. 71 laps have been posted. 72 go up on the board this time by. Leader is still the blue and yellow number 103 down there in turn number 2. That is Jamie McGannon. Second spot is still the Number 8 car of Johnny Angelo, the orange and white number 8 car, making his way down the midway part of the back straightaway at this point. Across the stripe. Coming up next time around, halfway coming up. 75 laps, getting ready to be posted. McKinnon down the back straightaway. McKinnon on the inside at the halfway point will lead this 150 lap Chet squad. Speed team going in recovery, beach revenge. Picks up the halfway point challenge. 75 laps. 75 lap mark. The halfway point is out. It is still in the hands of race leader Jamie McKinnon. Angelo still second. For Earl Paulus. He has not been able to get by leader Jamie McKinnon and cannot get his lap back. He'll fight with the back markers. Down in a third of the 2 this time. Right now is the number 63 car of Matt Sullivan. He is closing in very, very quickly on second place running Johnny Angelone. And a tough break. One car in trouble. Down on a turn number 4. It is the number 28 car of Daryl DeBetta. Leader goes by. Down there in turn number 1. Second spot battle continues. Johnny Angelone with Matt Sullivan. Right there. Right number 63 car. Riding back there in the number 3 position. George Sutherland, flat right rear tire. He takes the car down behind pit wall. Johnny Angelone, a pair of orange cars locked in battle, but only Angelone can claim the second place hold right now. Matt Sullivan, that red and white number 63 car, to the outside, down the back straightaway, currently riding back there in the number 3 position. Leader, McKinnon. Across the stripe, down in turn number 1. Jamie McKinnon continues to dominate. Angelo second. Caution lights come on the Speedway. Got some debris on the Speedway. We've got quite a few stalled cars on the Speedway. Getting some assistance, and he takes the number 28 car down out of harm's way. That'll probably head to the local salvage yard first thing tomorrow morning. Well, the driver can finally claim Sam Fisher's car once again. Green on 83. McGannon quickly bolstering out to the number 1 spot. Angelone is second. Matt Sullivan back there, number 3 spot. 3 wide, down in turn number 2 this time. Angelone to the outside. Real break free first down the back straightaway. 1 car caught in battle down the backstretch. Paulus is in trouble. They scramble down the back chute. Remember, he's still a lap down. Trying very, very hard to gain the lap back. Leader, all by himself. Down there in turn number 2, Jamie McGannon. It's a lonely ride on a dark Friday night here in Orange County, down the back straightaway. Up there where he wants to be, looking for a $3,000 possible paycheck. Now as we roll beyond the halfway point in this 150-lap Enduro, Terry Arnold in trouble down the back straightaway. That big Chrysler just climbed the concrete, coming out of turn number 2, puts it back down on all 3.5 tires. A lot of cars scrambling down in turn number 4. Eddie Gunch was involved in that. He's pulling away under his own power. Front leader goes by unscathed right now after 86 laps. McGannon holds on to the lead. Second spot at Angelone. Third still the number 63 car, Matt Sullivan. A couple of cars dropped in between them. Roberts out of turn number 2. Turn number 2, still Jamie McGannon. Matt Sullivan, the white 63, the white and red number 63, holds on to the number 2 spot. Johnny Angelone down the back straightaway gets by Earl Paulus. Angelone holds on to the number 2 position. Sullivan is third right now. Tom Moses taking the stone tablets down behind pit wall. McGannon down the back straightaway. Holds on to the home, the number 1 spot. Jamie McGannon after 92 laps. Now they'll fight for the number 2 spot. Matt Sullivan waves bye-bye to Johnny Angelone down the back straightaway. We saw him from here. He waved as he went by, grabbing the number 2 spot. McGannon still fights as he holds on to the number 1 spot, but a lot of lap traffic. McGannon down the back straightaway. Ray Jazembowski, that car dropped off the pace down the back straightaway. He'll take that car down behind pit wall. Nearly 2/3 the way home to a checkered flag, almost 2/3 the way home to a $3,000 paycheck. Unfortunately, lap 100 will not be worth $10,000 as it was in Syracuse just a couple of weeks ago. Midway down the back straightaway. Second spot is still the 63, but here comes Anzalone. Matt Sullivan holds on to the number 2 spot. Anzalone tries to hunt him back down. Here comes the number 6 car, Eddie Gunch. Gunch rebounds in the 14-karat gold Chevrolet Nova. Back there in the number 4 spot. 98 laps get posted to the perch this time. McGannon breathing a sigh of relief. Second place, that battle continues down the back straightaway right now. Still in the hands of Matt Sullivan, but here comes Johnny Anzalone. Anzalone makes a move to the outside. 100 laps will be coming up this time by. Jamie McGannon down the back straightaway. He wants to bring home the 100-lap leading mark. 2/3 the way home to a $3,000 paycheck. Imagine how many maxi doors it would buy here at the fairgrounds this weekend. Down across the start-finish line, McGannon, 2/3 the way home to one of his biggest paydays ever. Only 50 more circuits around the 5/8 mile here this evening. By the mark. Down in turn number 1 and 2. The BF Goodriches screaming for mercy after 102 laps of competition. Down the back straightaway. Trying to reel in some of those back markers. That car driving flawlessly in the 150-lap Chet's Garage K-Team Towing and Recovery feature event. One car in trouble down in turns number 1 and 2 up against the concrete. That is the 37 car of the monster, Terry Page. That car had done so very well in the early part of this Enduro. Again, the bunch up down there at turns number 1 and 2 this time. They all scramble by. Monster Page's stalled car down there between turns number 1 and 2. He's up against the concrete. McGannon out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Angelone still second. Matt Sullivan is third. Eddie Gunch is fourth. Sean Van Mayer back there in the number 5 spot. George Sutherland takes the Labonte lookalike car down behind pit wall. He's trying to find his pit stall.
The crew goes to work on the tail side of the number 42, getting the right rear change, trying to get him back out in the lead lap.
Sutherland will fight for track time. He'll lose a lap down there in the pit area. The Kellogg's Corn Flakes lookalike car is in trouble as Sutherland is down behind pit wall.
It looks like they're having a problem with the jack down there. The opposing crews are coming over to help lift the back end.
3 crew members have now sufficed as the jack of that car to get it up in the air and, of course, change that right rear racing speaker. Leader by, down in turn number 1, is Jamie McGannon. 43 more circuits around. Second spot, still Johnny Angelone riding aboard the orange and white number 8 machine. Down across the start finish line rides Angelone. Third spot, still Matt Sullivan. The red and white 63 car. One car slowing, coming out of turn number 4. They scramble to get by. It is the number 48 car. That is Bruce Leone in that abbreviated number 48 machine. Angelone, second place man, heading into turn number 2 right now. 2 cars separate a third place battle. Matt Sullivan whips it down to the inside, holds on to the third spot, midway down the back straightaway. Eddie Gunch, the gold Chevy Nova, down the back straightaway, running in the number 4 spot. Leader on the inside. The leader is only 2 cars from lapping Eddie Gunch. Gunch begins to turn up the wick down the back straightaway. George Sutherland returns from the pit area. A very quick right rear racing tire change, 4 minutes, 23 seconds. He's back out onto the racing surface. Laps have been scored. McGannon still in control of things, as he has been for about the past 50 or so laps. Angelone is second. Matt Sullivan is third. McGannon may be experiencing problems. That car has not been handling his right rear racing tire. May be going soft. Watch McGannon out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. McGannon may have his hands full. He's coming up to put a lap on 4th place, running Eddie Gunch. Angelone still in second. Sullivan is third. 4th is the number 72 car of Rispin. 5th is the Gunch car.
I saw some smoke that time, Tim.
That may be a tire going soft on McGannon's car. McGannon comes up to the tail side of 5th place running Eddie Gunch. He'll put a lap on your 5th place campaigner. McGannon, the car is not handling. Fighting for track time. McGannon slides way wide, coming out of turn number 4 this time. Down across the stripe. The right front tire may be the problem. The car leaning over very, very hard, going in turns number 1 and 2. Now putting a lap on your 4th place campaigner, Tony Rispin. Rispin is currently running in 4th. Judge is in 5th. Down the back straightaway. And a flat tire on the number 50 car. That's Ray Jazabowski in trouble in the yellow number 50. That's Frank Jazabowski's brother here at the Orange County Speedway. Here comes McGannon. He's looking to put a lap on the number 63 car. Matt Sullivan. Sullivan rides in the 3rd slot. Down the back straightaway. Sullivan puts the binders on. McGannon down to the inside. 5 cars in that battle, but only 1 car has the lead. Leader goes by. Leader McGannon on the inside. He wants to put a lap on the 3rd place van. That's Matt Sullivan. Down the back straightaway. Sullivan on the outside. 3 wide down the backstretch. 3 wide for the number 3 spot. On the inside, Sullivan gets a lap put on him. McGannon shows the way. He'll bring that back of Enduro hot shoes on a turn number 4 side. 117 laps on the board. It's not over yet. McGannon breathing a sigh of relief. He's got about a 3.5 car length margin over that battle for the 2nd place. McGannon down into the number 4. McGannon will be showing right now, going by the start finish line. McGannon heading for a gaggle of back markers down in turn number 2 this time. He'll get by on the outside. He's looking to put a lap on the 2nd place van, Johnny Anzalone. Anzalone on the outside. McGannon drops the horsepower down the inside. McGannon will lap virtually the entire field as he gets by Anzalone. McGannon on the inside, Anzalone on the outside. Side by side, down the back straightaway. Jamie McGannon dominating the entire field of Enduro entries. 121 laps have been scored. Time now begins to wind down on the 5/8 mile this evening. Leader McGannon by. He does put a lap on 2nd place man Johnny Anzalone. He's right back up there where he should be in the field right now. Anzalone is 2nd, but he's a lap down. Anzalone just got a lap put on him by race leader Jamie McGannon. Unless a mechanical problem would be bestow McGannon, it may very well be a paycheck for McGannon out here this evening. Anzalone is still 2nd. Eddie Gunch. Gunch is now up there in the number 3 spot. Matt Sullivan is back in spot number 4. 5th place is the number 74, Tom Moses. McGannon down here holds on to the number 1 spot. Anzalone is 2nd. Judge running in 3rd. The 14-karat gold entry. down across the mark. 25 more times around the Orange County Fair Speedway. A $3,000 paycheck offered by Chet's Garage and K-Team Towing and Recovery. One car in the wall down the back straightaway, just off to the backside of where the Briosky sign would be positioned in the infield. We can't get a number reading on it, but he's up against the concrete. We do believe it is the 71. McGannon down the back straightaway. Anzalone is still second. Leader across the punch. Doing some drafting action on the back marker down there at turn number 2 this time. McGannon still in control of things. Anzalone is second. Caution coming on the speedway. Problems down the back straightaway. Scored. Jamie McGannon has lapped every car on the field. Back in store for Tom Moses aboard the number 74 car. Second spot is still the number 8, Johnny Angelo. Third is Eddie Gunch. Fourth spot, we do believe, would still be the 63 car of Matt Sullivan. Fifth, we do believe, is Bobby McGannon, the red number 91 car. We don't know if it's any relation or not, but he does carry the same last name as the current leader. So Jamie McGannon is your leader. We do notice that he has the same sponsorship. So Bob McGannon back there unofficially right now in spot number 5. Back on the speedway, 130 laps to the post, 20 more times around. Can the BF Goodriches take the Screaming Mercy for 20 more times around to bring Jamie McGannon home to his biggest paycheck ever at the Orange County Speedway? Possible battle for second. Anzalone on the inside. Here comes Eddie Gunch. Gunch makes a move to the outside. Across the mark. Quickly checking with the scoring and timing department here this evening, quite possibly the 108 car, Russell Savoy, might be up there amongst the top 5 runners. New leader, Russell Savoy, will now be scored in the number 2 spot. We have checked with timing and scoring. They confirm that he is running back there, the number 2 spot. We've got trouble down in turns number 1 and 2. Many cars heading in the wrong direction. A lot of them in reverse right now as they try and straighten it out. The leader does get by safely. No problems. McGannon sees his way clear. Dutch in trouble. The 14-karat gold Chevrolet Nova. Dutch is in trouble, and why did that happen? No place to go. A very abbreviated front end on one of those entries. That is a 75 car of Robert Benz, as he definitely bends at number 75 down between turns number 1 and 2. And wow, a dangerous move by Benz as he gets back out in the right direction. Laps to 136 laps have now been scored. Race lead still in the hands of Jamie McGinnis, all by himself, down there in turn number 2. Russell Savoy currently rides the number 2 spot. Third is the number 8 car of Johnny Anzalone. 37 gets put to the perch this time. Up to the outside part of the Speedway. Down in turn number 1 and 2. McGannon got to drop it back down to the inside. It's Eddie Gunch sitting there. A stalled car between turns number 1 and 2. That'll make things exciting as they all funnel by down there between the perch. Currently running second. Anzalone is third. Anzalone, the orange and white car, working back there in the number 3 spot. '63 car, we do believe, still being scored in 4th spot. That is Matt Sullivan. 105, quite possibly, in spot number 5. That's Walt Becker. A very, very tight squeeze down between turns number 1 and 2 as Eddie Gunch cannot fire up the gold Nova number 106 car. We are coming up on just 10 more laps to go. Jamie McGinnis, the 103 car. Tom Moses returning back to the track surface, only down about 12 laps at this point. By the mark, 9 more times around, and he'll be talking with Rick Ryder at the start-finish line. George Sutherland's in trouble again, and he takes Gunch with him. Sutherland had tire problems. The bumper dragging off of the Labonte lookalike car. Leader goes by. 142 laps have now been posted. Time begins to wind down. The sweat begins to pour onto the brow of Jamie McGinnis. He knows he cannot falter down with just 8 more circuits around. The biggest payday of his racing career is now at stake. Sutherland, the right rear flat tire, will be slowing him down in turn number 1. He may collect Gunch again, second time around. Will not give up. Bumper dragging. Tire coming off the wheel. He continues down there between turns number 1 and 2. Leader down the back, straight away. Jamie McGinnis. McCannon on the inside. 5 laps to go. This time by for race leader, Jamie McCannon. He waves back as he goes by. 5 laps. 5 more times around. Savoy running back there, the number 2 spot. Angelone is third, the orange and white number 8 car. Leader 3 wide, very late in the race. McCannon on the inside, and Matt Sullivan may be in trouble. A top 5 campaigner drops off the pace going out of turn number 2 this time. Matt Sullivan, the red and white number 63 car, a flat tire. They cost him a top 5 finish out here. 4 more times around. McCannon down to the inside. Leader threads the needle down across the mark. 3 more times around. He's got to pitch that car back down to the inside. He gets by the 14-carriage stalled entry of Eddie Gunch. Down the back straightaway. Freewheeling right now for Jamie McCannon. Johnny Angelone rides in the number 2 position. Angelone got his hands full with the back markers down the back straightaway. 3 wide to get by. And hold on to the number 2 spot. We're coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go this time around. Watch McCannon's right rear tire. It may be going soft. It looked awful squishy this time by. McCannon back there in the back straightaway. The car was not handling down through turns number 1 and 2. McCannon holding on to a very ill-handling race car. McCannon out of turn number 4 this time. The white flag will fly. Can McCannon hold on to it for 5/8 of a mile? McCannon backs out of it down there in turn number 1. He can just about cruise or payday. McCannon, after 5 attempts to run this event, down the back straightaway. A $3,000 paycheck tonight brought to us by Chet's Garage and K-Team Towing and Recovery. Make that check payable to race winner, Jamie McCannon. Here he drops down out of turn number 4. McCannon will walk home with the biggest paycheck of his career. So a mere 150 laps later, after 5 attempts, we have now completed the Chet's Garage KT Towing and Recovery feature event. Tough break for the number 63 car, Matt Sullivan. He'll take it down behind pit wall, less some very valuable rubber on the right rear section of that car. McCannon pulls it into a good 3 lane. The McCannon excavating car. Folks from Chet's Garage and K-Team Towing and Recovery will stop downstairs at the start-finish line right now. Congratulate Jamie McCannon as the cars go by on the cool-down lap. Down to Rick Reiner.
Jamie McCannon laps the entire field, brings it around, and that air transference, forget it. The tires are fine. Jamie, $3,000 richer, 150 grueling laps. How'd it feel? Felt great. Had no idea I'd lapped the field. Did you realize you had such a big lead? No, I didn't. A man of few words. Yeah, well, the third race with this car, second year, first finish. Well, the payoff for you has got to be the best you've ever had, $3,000. Going to put it back into the car? I think the wife's getting it. Isn't that always the case? Hey, congratulations, Jamie McCannon. $3,000. Congratulations. Thank you. Jamie McGann, a 103 down here in Victory Lane. Going to get some pictures taken right now with the folks from Chet's Garage, K-Team Towing and Recovery. They'll come down in here to Victory Lane right now and congratulate Jamie. He'll step over in front of the car. So once again, the fine folks from Chet's Garage, K-Team Towing and Recovery, RD2, Goshen, New York, down here to congratulate the hardware and the paycheck to Mr. McGannon. And 150 laps have now been concluded. We're going to send it back upstairs to Chet.